Welcome back to Brush Up Your Game, and it's been a long time. No, a long road getting from there to here. It's the Enterprise NX-01, and it is A2330, and you go, wait a second, that's not very good. You're right, it's not. Base stats, it's bad. But triple crew and a weapon make it slightly better. 16 points, but it needs to be recosted, and that's fine. But the name of ability here, you may equip the enhanced hull plating tech upgrade to your ship for free, even if it exceeds your ship's restrictions. That is what helps. We're going to skip all the way down to said enhanced hull plating, because that's what we need to do. During the roll defense dice step of the combat phase, if your ship is not cloaked and you have no active shields, wait, that sounds like Enterprise, you may add up to 2 evade results to your defense roll. If you do so, place 1 auxiliary power token beside your ship for each evade you added with this upgrade. This upgrade may only be purchased for a Federation ship. Can't deploy more than 1 enhanced hull plating to any ship per ship. Yeah, so this really should have a Federation circle symbol and a 1 per ship now, but that's okay. It's 4 points otherwise. Most of the time, not a good ability. Maybe good on some smaller ships like an Oberth. But again, losing action's bad. On the Enterprise, it works. I have seen enhanced hull plating work on the Kirk's Enterprise that can still do action bar actions even with auxiliary power. The downside is, because it's an optional trigger and it doesn't say when defending, it only works once per round. So there's a trade-off there. Makes the ship a little easier to kill than it used to be. Aeroplay, great ship. I hope someday we get a new version of this. Not because I dislike this one. I just want to see it recosted. And I mean, Pipe Dream, I want to see the refit version that was in the museum in Picard with the extended hull. So, dreams, they exist. Maneuver dial on this ship, pretty good. 90-90 arc. I like to come about. I think if any ship should have had a 1 turn, it would have been this ship. Very maneuverable, but I digress. Generic definitely needs to be recosted. Maxwell Forced. Admiral on the captain's side, but as a captain, action perform an additional 1 maneuver straight banker turn. Pretty good captain. Gets overlooked a lot, and I'm not sure why. I think if you don't want to run Forrest as an admiral, he should definitely be considered as a captain. I guess downsides, only skill 4, no talent slot, and 3 points. Touch expensive, but very good maneuver, or very good ability here. And additional maneuvering as an action, really good. Jonathan Archer, skill 5, 3 points, talent slot, and talent at skill 5 is, not ubiquitous. Add a crew upgrade slot to your upgrade bar, always a plus. Action disable up to 2 crew upgrades. For each crew upgrade you disabled, gain an extra attack die when attacking with your primary weapon. And increase your captain skill by 1 until the end phase. Okay. So things, Archer could be better with if he enhanced secondary weapons. If for no other reason than dorsal phaser array, that would make 5 die dorsal phaser shots, and that would be really, really good. As it stands, 4 die primary weapon on NX. I kind of like him on Reliant. I think that's a solid place for the ability. But yeah, the trade-off here is the disable. What you really got to do is couple him with a Bashir, a Phlox, somebody who's going to remove disable tokens so that Archer can keep doing his ability. Jeremiah Hayes, why he was just J. Hayes instead of Jeremiah, I don't know. Seems like a miss to me. But Hayes, action, gain +1 attack die this round. That alone, bad action. It was made worse. At the end of the combat phase, suffer 1 normal damage to your hull. Like, really? They did Hayes dirty. Major Hayes needs a new version. Like, the Mako, maybe he shouldn't have been a captain. Maybe he never should have been a captain. I think he sat in the captain's chair all of 1 time. But They gave Hayes the captain and not to Paul, so I guess Trip would have been a more logical captain. Uh, that's a card I would like to see. Well, Trip was third in command, so I mean, why not? Um, Forrest is an admiral. 3 points, +1 skills, still no talent slot, but fleet action, perform an additional 1 maneuver straight Baker turn. The fact that he gives that 1 turn, very sought after maneuver, great admiral. Top 3, top 5 admiral for me. Want to know more? Watch my rank him of all the admirals, see where he lands. Tactical alert, 2-point talent. When attacking or defending, you may discard this card, spend a battle station to re-roll any number of your attack or defense dice. Turn a battle station into target lock. I guess it works. It's nice if you're trying to go after cloaked ships. Maybe it's better that way, because now you can go after cloaked ships. I guess this could work in conjunction with the Sao Paulo. You could put tactical alert on the Sao Paulo. You've spent a battle station. You get one back. So you've re-rolled, and then you still have a battle station for conversions. There's your combo. That's the best I got for you. Aft phase cannon. Attack, disable this card, perform the attack. The weapon can only be fired from your rear firing arc. So you want rear coverage? Great. Why you get more dice from firing from your rear arc? I don't know. But it's there. It's 2 points. Photonic torpedoes, and yes, that makes a difference because these are photonic, not photon torpedoes. But you get 4 dice. Spin your target lock, disable this card, can fire from your forward or rear arcs. Range 2 to 3, 2 dice. Thinking about it more, I do like these in era play. I did not run them in any of the missions, but to be fair, I wasn't the one running the NX most of the time. If I had to do it and put a ban on Alliance cards, I would run photonic torpedoes because I think they were decently good. Enhanced hull plating we talked about. T'Pol is a crew. Add a tech slot to your upgrade bar when attacking with your primary weapon. If you have a scan token beside your ship, you can disable T'Pol to force the defending ship to roll -2 defense dice against your attack instead of -1, and you can put her on a Vulcan ship. This is before sub-factions, but yeah, I like that she's a double scan. That could make a difference, especially against like the Romulans with their cloaking. That's where I see her working the best. But yeah, I think she's got potential. Reed, when attacking with your primary weapon, you may disable this card and discard one of your secondary weapon upgrades to add +2 attack dice to your attack. Again, I think he's a one-shot. I don't know that you ever need to actually re-enable him because how many secondary weapons are you truly going to run? Are you going to run photonics and aft phase cannon at the same time? I guess you could run multiple copies of aft phase cannon. That could work. I wouldn't, but you could. I wish that Reed had provided an extra weapon slot. That would have been appreciated. But he does give 2 extra attack dice. That much is nice. Hoshi, when defending, if there's a scan token beside your ship during the roll attack dice step of the combat phase, you may disable this card to force the attacking ship to roll 1 less attack die. Little defensive ability. Does that really fit her as a character? No, but I don't know what I'd do with Hoshi to make her fit better. Maybe a captain skill bump would have been Hoshi's shtick. Then we got Trip. Action, if your ship's not in the forward firing arc of any enemy ships, repair 1 damage to your ship's hull. I think this should have been not an action, but an end phase ability, and that would help a lot because as an action, is it truly better than evade? No, not really. And then we got Travis Mayweather. During the activation phase, if you reveal a 2 or 3 bank, you may disable this card to change it to a turn. If you do so, treat it as a red maneuver. That's where I have a problem. I think it should have stayed as a white. Just because it's Travis, and Travis could fly worth anything. That, or he should have been able to like exchange or have more green maneuvers, something like that. That's the theme. He pulled off the 360 in the Delphic Expanse against the Klingons. But and then we have Phlox. During the activation phase, you may disable this card to remove all the disabled tokens from all of your other crew upgrades. And I love Phlox. Phlox is still a very good Doctor card, removing all the disables. And it's just an activation phase trigger. No action, no nothing to make him work. So I like what Phlox brings. So overall, decent pack, cool ship, really good crew in Phlox, some decent options along the way, a few little nice weapons. I think Tactical Alert could be fun. Gave you that nice little combo there that I actually just came up with. And Maxwell Forrest, amazing Admiral. Seriously good. So, and the NX, good ship. If you can't find it, have some patience. That's all I know. So, I do think these are, if WizKids continues adding ships back to faction packs, I think the NX is poised to come back. I do think it is one that is highly requested. It's one of the main hero ships, so I do think we will see it at some point. All right, thank you all for watching. Appreciate your time, and until next time, keep brushing up your game. Take care.